What's going on? It's your boy Moody here from A Toy Kind of Mood. Happy GIJoe June. We're still here. We got a few days left, so why not do another ranking video? Today we've got the GIJoe Classified Series Cobra Rattler Ground Attack figures, action figures. We got Wild Weasel, Baroness, Pilot Baroness, and the Cobra Rattler Gunner. So, as usual, do some mini reviews, a little bit of rankings. This one's fairly obvious. But above all else, I've got to shout out the man, the myth, the legend, Toy Optics, David Speck of Circle of Jerks and A Toy Kind of Mood. The man crushed his HasLab Cobra Rattler review. And he also did a great companion review, a little follow-up. So definitely check out both. When I'm done doing the little rank and review video here, I will have both of his Cobra Rattler videos attached at the end. So click on one of them if you can. But before we go any further, I've got to ask the question of the day. Did you receive a notification from FedEx yet? Are you fed up with FedEx and Hasbro Pulse? I care more about that now than actually how these figures are, because I don't have mine. Spec let me use these for the review. Appreciate you, bro. Let me know in the comments, did you get your Rattler yet? Did you back these? How many did you back? I mean, did you get a notification? I want to know, man, because I ain't got nothing. Without further ado, let's get into the ranking and review. No surprise here. Number 3 is the Cobra Rattler Gunner. Not that he's a bad figure, just doesn't have a name. He also is very scared of COVID. Kidding, guys. Kidding. Don't kill me in the comments. Or you can. I don't care. Help the algorithm. Anyway, he's got 2 looks, which is really nice. The only thing is, you got 1 body, 2 looks. You're going to have to pay super extra for the Cobra Rattler to get 2 of these guys. Are you going to try to get another buck like this on eBay? That's the challenge, because it would have been nice to have 2 gunners instead of 1. And I love that they're going with the whole neck thing over the last year or so. I think Big Ben was one of the first figures to have the neck. And spoiler alert, he's built from Wild Weasel's base. But we'll show that later, because Wild Weasel isn't ranked number 3. So I don't want to spoil Wild Weasel right now. Dope stuff. Cool eyes. They look pretty menacing, or confused, or scared, or frightened. But yeah, just would have been nice to have another bod. I mean, they gave us 4 figures with the Dragonfly. 4 figures with the Hiss, but only 3 here. Oh, that's right. I forgot to rank them. Forget the figures, guys, because it's all about the patches. I mean, come on. You were going to let me know in the comments, where's the patches, bro? Freak the figures, rank the patches. Easy choice. Fly Swatters have to be number 1. I mean, come on. I think, after all, my dude is wearing it. I mean, how cool is that? Gotta go Fly Swatters, number 1. I know they're from the 84th Cobra Airborne. So let's take a look at the web gear. Some nice silvers bouncing off the blacks. How's the joints? Pretty good. I don't want to mess with them too much because ain't my toy. Got butterfly joints there. And, you know, your usual GIJoe classified articulation. We'll do this step now so we don't have to do it for Weasel. Got your double pinless knees, of course. Drop down hips. They're a little more than some of the figures in the last wave. Got a full boot swivel. Got the vertical hinge. Got the 360 rocker, complete 360 rocker. Right there. Do not have a shin swivel. Have a thigh swivel there. Got twin holsters. What really makes these guys cool is the helmet. And that's the best part. It swoops right on in. Nice and tight. I love that lime green. It looks so good. And you get like a modern classified Cobra logo that we've seen with other vehicles. Like the Hiss tank and the ferret. There's a detail there. So this helmet's new. Of course, we'll compare accessories to Weasel's. And I remember Lenny being really proud of this helmet. And he was thrilled with the OG Cobra Trooper masks that we have there. And you get your helmet mask. And that should clip on like that. Feels a little loose, but no, it's not too bad. Let's see how it clips on. Nice portholes on the side to make it fairly obvious. Sneak that on there. Taking me back to Maverick, man, with this one. And you got to think, they were making this, and Maverick was like the #1 movie in the country, so there must have been a lot of excitement. Making some pilots airborne in a jet. Very cool there. Nice look. I liked the ribbed hose that we have there. It's almost like spiraling. So much detail. And there's a porthole. Oh, and see how that popped out? Maybe you got to put this in first. I don't know. I don't remember from either Specs or Lenny's unboxing video. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Now let's shake it around. No, not too bad. Just a quick thing before we go on to the GIJoe. He's got those portholes because you could put the flight plans that Wild Weasel has on his legs instead. And then you got these brackets that will cover it. And yeah, the holster kind of gets in the way. At first I was like, where the hell these go? Very cool. And that's nice that they thought of that, because they left the hole in Baroness's head last time with the glasses. And then here's how he looks with the helmet without the whole rebreather mask. And that looks cool too. At first I was like, do they fit in there? And then do they fit in there? But apparently those holes stay open. All right, we got the Gunner's SMG and 2 new pistols. I think these are all new in the line. These are not real guns as far as I'm concerned. If anyone knows anything that looks like this. I know some people were wondering if it was a Glock or not. I don't think so. But and then this SMG is kind of like at the greaser stock in there. Let's see. Yep, removable stick, mag. Got porthole. Trusty. There you go. Very cool. Now he's really a gunner. Yeah, you got like a sight line up there. It's fine. And then for the handgun, pistol, sidearm, no porthole there. No removable mag or anything. Just looks pretty plain. Looks very, very plain 3D printed looking gun. Blech. For some comparisons, we got the Rattler Gunner with Crazy Legs from Night Force. Gunner next to a Cobra Island Cobra Sniper. And then you got the Rattler Gunner with the Hiss Gunner, his Girl Silk, and then you got Scarface. All right, whiskey time. What do we give our Cobra Rattler Gunner? I just think he's at a disadvantage because he's new. But that said, people are going to love this figure. The 2 swap bull heads, an excellent helmet. That lime green visor is... I'm going to go 3.75 out of 5. It's not a bad score. He's a very good figure, a very good classified figure. He's just not a home run. And also, I kind of want to punish them for only giving us 3 figures and giving us freaking patches. Next up on the menu, it's Baroness. And no, don't go anywhere. I'm going to play a little game with you guys. I don't know if she's ranked number 2 or number 1. I'm doing this on the fly. Man, this Baroness, what a face sculpt. And she didn't come without a little bit of controversy. I want to take you through the process. We talking blue, blue, blue. The intent feels like it was always this color, a dark blue. Now that navy blue looks exactly like it did at Comic-Con, I think. Let's compare some pictures. Now the prototype was said to be light blue. And maybe it's because people just really want Lady Doomsday. Yeah, the sky blue flight attire with the yellow trim. Super 7 made that figure. I don't know. Let me know what you preferred. Did you want it to be kind of like this blue? The art packaging looks really light. Look at that face sculpt. I can't believe they gave us a new Baroness figure with a HasLab. I figured, okay, they picked Baroness so they could easily just repaint the Crimson Baroness from the Comic-Con 3-pack and whatever, call it a day. But no, they went all in. Everything here is new. And there's a nice close look of the Cobra Flight, kind of like the Rattler Tampa or whatever. You come around, and we get the patch. That's right, the Baroness flight patch. And her web gear is all new. So we've got to see some Cobra flight females, right? They could have just used Glenda's or something like that, and we'll compare that. I feel like they gave her a bigger bum, maybe because she's sitting in a plane a lot. I don't know. Having some snacks, but yeah. Booyah. You know what? For having these gold bottom heels, she stands pretty great as she falls. But yeah, no, overall, look at that, look. And since she's all new, I'm going to do some articulation. Got the T-pose here. Got the not so quite Van Damme. And I know there was some word about her ba-doom-doom. And yeah, it's a little round down there. That's all I'm going to say. You got the drop down hips, which works nicely because of the web gear there. And there's a lot of room. You got an upper thigh swivel. You do have the boot swivel, which is perfect right below the knee. Of course, all double pinless all the way around. Hope Spec isn't getting mad at me messing around with his joints. But hey, I'm just loosening it up for you, bro. So good, double elbow knees. As far as the sculpt, look at this all new ball rocker. This is perfect. You could almost flip her whole hair over. It did pop out. She's got the Shanae thing going on there, or Sinead, I should say. So not going to look up at all. But yeah, the head tilt is fantastic. Lots of range, lots of movement. Vest doesn't get in the way. Look at that. Still got some crunch on the torso. Upper torso, 360 a turnaround. We'll take that vest right off. So there's no waist swivel or anything. It's all upper torso. That's a nice buck. Hopefully they'll use it for something else, but damn. Character is great. Typical wrist swivel. Yeah, you got your horizontal hinge. A little bit of range for up and down, or is it one and the other? Nope, they're both horizontal with the wrist hinge. Don't want to mess with her. No forearm swivel or anything like that, or upper bicep swivels. But yeah, really great looking buck, and there goes her hair. All right, Baroness played by Megan Fox. It's official. I mean, why not? We already got Michael Bay coming back to Transformers. So just a quick word of advice. You're going to have her bang here, and it's going to get in the way of the face sculpt, preventing it from going all in. So you want to pull that out gently, especially if it's not yours. And then there you go. It fits in perfectly. Oh yeah, look at that face sculpt. Even better. Got a little Wonder Woman going on there too. So then you get the headphones. And this is the haircut to throw them on from what we gather. I don't know if I have these backwards or not. Yeah, antenna looks like it goes this way. Yeah, fits perfectly right there. You want these bigger pieces, I believe, to go on the back. She's ready for flight. Lastly, you'll have her hair up in a bun, and it fits right on. There's no piece of hair that gets in the way or anything like that, so it'll cinch right on. And that's really cool. These are 3 great looks. They did not have to do any of this. And they're much better in person than the photography we had. Nothing against photography, but having it this close in hand just looks amazing. And this would be a great hairstyle for Jinx, a future retro Jinx or something like that, or maybe a Tiger Force Jinx. All right, now one thing they did mention in the official Hasbro unboxing video is that this helmet, there's no way the hair will fit. To me, they probably could have just had the hair as part of the mold, especially if it's a new helmet. But more than likely, they have flight plans for this, because why wouldn't they just have hair sticking out? It looks really cool. I don't know how much we're actually going to use this, but if she's in flight, then yeah, it makes sense to put the bucket on her. And here's the helmet right there without the hose. A little bit of a struggle in a way, but not too bad. And it's clamped on pretty good. But the second you move the face sculpt, wants to come off a little bit. See, move that. So some of the functionality on this hosing between the Gunner and Baroness isn't my favorite. One other thing they included was this little piece that you just put over. It's like another pouch. And it honestly wasn't completely necessary in it, and I think it's just a nice bonus that they would do that. Just gives her more gear instead of a straight line. But even that straight line doesn't look bad. It looks like a clip or something like that. They didn't want to mess around. They went all in on this Baroness, that's for sure. And while we're at it, we got our new glasses. He said it's more like flight aviator glasses or something. Here we have Baroness's guns, and these are Glocks. These are Glock 34s. Got nice gold trim on them. Very cool. Once again, give them a paint value, and the stick doesn't come out. So they're kind of like those micro Uzis that came with the Frag Viper from Shockwave, except, you know, these are our Glocks with the stick mag. A lot of people don't like them, but that kind of makes it more of, I don't know, a kid gun in a way. And then you got the retro sniper rifle there. So I don't know if this is the one that came with the Crimson Baroness, because I can't find a lot of old stuff since I've moved. It's in bags and really haven't gone through anything. In fact, Crimson Baroness, I couldn't find her for like 10 minutes and she was sitting in the Robo Skull. So pretty funny there, but yeah, just some detail. I think this is all new too, but if we did get it before, let me know in the comments. And this is not gold. It's more of like a, I don't know, it's like a mustard, like a gray poupon type color. And then you got a lime green on the sight, on the scope there. So nice looking gun though. It looks like the barrels looks kind of off. It's not like, the gun is stiff, so it's not gummy. None of the weapons are gummy, but it just seems like it's bent a little off. I don't know. That could just be my eye. Before we get into some comparisons, I definitely wanted to show you how I look with the sniper rifle. And yeah, this seems bent. And it wasn't me spec. That's how it was when I took it out of the package. But yeah, I guess if she's shooting straight, it doesn't look so bad. But if she's shooting down from a building, that thing's got some give to it. And I also kind of wanted to show you guys how she looked with the glasses and that slick back hair. And if you missed Spec's second video, he shows that the vest came off, and I remember Lenny mentioning that. So you can go straight OG Sunbow Baroness, but she wouldn't be packing the twin Glocks without the vest, I don't think. And you got the school teacher Japanese look, and it looks amazing with her glasses, and they actually fit on really good. I know Spec mentioned that they were a pain, but they really weren't that rough, man. They really weren't. There we have female butters, always good. And then you can see the torso, and it's on a ball rocker. So good stuff all the way around. This figure is amazing. And here's our two Baronesses. And we got an all-new Baroness buck with the 3-pack, and you'd think they would just remake the hell out of it, and they didn't. This is just completely different. As mentioned, all new. Look at the heels. Look at the boots. This has pins. This might have been built on the retro Baroness, but I've never opened that one. The arms seem similar, so you might have some of the same upper arms, but then the below arms are much different because of the gauntlet. This is really a great figure, by the way. It's awesome. And then you get this and you're like, holy crap. And just a much nicer torso. This one's okay. This one, it's got so much range. Look at all, I told you, I wasn't kidding. I mean, just look at the face sculpts. Look at the paint quality around the eyes, around the lips. Hers just face looks far more cartoony, which some people like, right? But this just looks so current and new. So this was not easy to do. It's really difficult, but I'm going to compare the two glasses. You get this one from the strike team, and this, they just wanted to undercut the rim to give it more of those aviator shade look, like a thick rimmed Ray-Ban or something like that. More comparisons: Rattler Baroness and OG Classified Baroness. And you got Not Quite So Joe Baroness. Hopefully we get the Energon version of that in this buck, with Scarlet, Retro Scarlet, and Ballylock's favorite figure of all time, Glinda. Holy heck, this Baroness figure is, wow. she's just good. Whiskey time, not going to go 5. Because that'd be too easy. It would ruin the whole ranking. Oof. I got to go 4.75 out of 5. I mean, they could have easily just threw in a redo, like a repaint of Baroness, and they gave her everything. 3 stacks to the max, minus the hose thing, and maybe there could have been better clarity about the blues in the duds. Other than that, this is the Baroness to get. Sorry, you got to pay $300 for it, but well worth it. Oh man, you've got a lot to live up to. But first glance, wow, Weasel looks great. First introduced in GIJoe, A Real American Hero 24, while Weasel was sent on a mission, Firefly was his teammate. But it was April, back in '85, where it was a battle of 2 of the world's best pilots, a GIJoe Sky Striker against a Cobra Rattler. One of the greatest self-contained GIJoe stories of all time. And we finally got him. I'm a little bummed that we don't have Skeletron's Red Wolf to compare. Now that's a damn good sculpt. And he's got the scarring from his battle with Ace. So you could tell he's like complete pretty boy, air boy, fly boy. And he's all messed up. And we went through articulation on the gunner and everything. But I will just show you some close-ups and comparisons. The tempo is the Rattler tempo, the airborne tempo, if you will. And you get the same patch that the gunner had. And what's nice is you get almost the same red that we had with the Cobra Ninja, I believe. And that contrasting kind of reminds me of that. All the way down, same thing. Same patch on the side, same everything. Everything is the same but the face sculpt. They did a really cool job cheating this. I'll turn it up brightness. See how it looks like pretty much a clean white shirt, and underneath his jacket they painted it blue but left the red collar in the back. I think that was a really nice touch instead of putting the blue all the way in. Some people might not like that, but I think it's nice to just kind of hide that it's reuse in a way. One difference, though, his torso does have these extra pouches on them, and then also the buckle around has an extra strap. As you can see, crotch watching, same thing, legs, same thing. You get some paint on the zippers there. Do we even have zippers in? Yeah, they're just blacked out. So really good job doing that, giving it a contrast. Knees. Let's see, boots, essentially everything's the same. But nice to, they pretty much added pieces to make them more important, so it's not exactly the same. But yeah, see the 2 tampos, everything else is on the back, but see how they got the added pocket there. So they sculpted that on separately. Everything else pretty much the same. He has an extra holster. This side holster is the same, and see how this one fell off. So you get some slight functionality issues on some of these hoses and stuff because they could have been thrown in last minute. But yeah, great new buck, great new flight buck. Who do you want to see? Lift ticket, Ace? Who's going to get this? Of course, this is Wild Weasel's iconic look. As far as I know, at least in A Real American Hero continuity, be it Sunbow or the comic, we never seen his face before. So maybe Devil's Due or something. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if that's just an all new classified thing. The rebreather there and the hose. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but see, this see that pops right out. So minus some points there. But he's going to be sitting. I think that's the thing. We're going to mostly have him sitting in a cockpit, and you're not going to be, see, you do this and do it carefully. Not going to be like an action with this, so it's probably not that big of a deal. And there's Howard 2 Rattler airborne pilot's look, or airborne soldier, airborne pilot. And then you can see the face sculpt is pretty much the same thing. There is a battle damage face sculpt, which I'll get into, but show you guys a comparison. Yep. And you get that darker red in there on the, and then the top of the helmet for a Weasel. And this is when things get really cool for the Weasel, because he's got that scarred face. He's got the broken visor. The battle damage helmet is pretty subtle, but there's enough like really great subtle wash. You could see all the creases. Tony did a phenomenal job. You can see all the rubs there. Really cool. But yeah, this is the fun part. All cracked up, and then you stick his visor on one side and just kind of have it hanging like that. That looks dope. And then this is all battle damaged as well. See all the scarring? Just to compare, see how brighter the one is on the right and clean it is? It's very subtle. Very subtle. It's nothing too obvious, but I think that's what makes it cool. Some photography is going to do really well with that. See both sides. It's all dirt and it's all clean. And then I'll look at the two helmets. Yeah, definitely a difference, but not as much as you think. Do you think they should have did more damage? I don't think so. I don't have to do a top-down view of the gun because it's the same exact generic pistol that we got here. They're both the same exact gun. Can't go away without talking about those flight plans. And I remember everyone was like, why are they upside down? Well, it's like so he can read them. So he can look down and look at the flight plans that are on his legs and attached while he's flying. Stratagem. Praise Cobra, find the pit, destroy GIJoe. These actually lock in really well. I haven't had any issues with functionality with the flight plans compared to the others. And of course, those same flight plans will fit. We'll just take that off. Put that right there. So the gunner can have them too, which is really cool. But should he have come with any himself? He's the gunner. I don't think he needs the flight plans. That's like a backup or something. While Weasel gets out to have a gun battle with Wild Bill, and he can go look at the flight plans and get to the next strategy. Comparison time, you got Wild Weasel, Wild Bill. Weasel with Night Force Ripcord and Airborne. And for no real reason whatsoever, just thought these would all look cool together. You got the Hiss Tank Driver, the Cobra Rattler Pilot, and the Hiss Tank Tactician. And lastly, I couldn't leave without showcasing the Rattler Core together. Are you guys okay that we just got 3 figures? You love them patches, right? I should have been a lot nicer to those patches. I apologize. All right, whiskey score time for Wild Weasel. And yeah, he's just not as good as Baroness. Not too many figures this year are. Oh man, this best of the year thing's gonna get a little crazy, but Wild Weasel's solid. So Baroness is the #1 figure in the ranking, Wild Weasel and the Gunner, but they're all awesome. Let me know in the comments which of these 3 figures, if you have them, that you think are the best. Rank the 3 for me, or rank them in terms of anticipation. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, do like it. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We go live on Tuesday this week. HasLab launches on Monday. We're gonna have our show on a Tuesday. We're gonna talk about what's likely going to be the Snowcat. We'll also go over the Rattler in-hand feelings and thoughts with Toy Optics, as well as myself, Travis Moody. So for a toy kind of mood, I'll see you guys in the toy aisle, but certainly not on the front porch because I ain't got a box yet. But nonetheless, happy GIJoe June. Peace.